Hi folks, this is Vicki from patternprincess.com. Today I'm going to show you how to work the stitches for this beautiful, beautiful, what we've called, my daughter actually came up with this name, Caramel Delight Crochet Shawlette. And it's just a very light and airy pattern. I just love the rich colors that are woven through this, and there's a lot of texture, but it's very light. This really is so easy to dress up any outfit that you have on. I love the different ways that this can be styled and how pretty it looks. This is made from one skein of yarn, and I had bought a bunch of Shawl in the Ball yarn that was on sale for I think it was like $2 a skein. And so I have just about a whole box of it, so I've been going through it, and I think that this is my 5th pattern, but just making different patterns, different looks, trying to do different stitches, but still trying to keep it very lacy and light and open. We'll see what else I end up making out of these. So this is a Shawl in the Ball. This is one skein. Again, it's one skein for the whole scarf, and it is 481 yards. And the color of this is Namaste Neutrals. I'm going to show you how to work this in a second. I'll give you the size. It's 59 inches at the longest part and the widest part, because you start off narrow when you start making this. And you only increase on one side, the other side stays straight. The rows continue to get bigger and bigger, and on the widest part, it is about 59 inches might end up to be. But once you start, there's the first 6 rows. Once you get to row 6, you start back over with row 3, and then you're repeating row 3 through 6 until you're complete with a shawl. And it doesn't matter what row you end up on, it just matters if you have enough yarn to make that very last row. That's how I did it. So, all right, we'll get going here. I have a G size hook I'm using. It's a 4.25 millimeter. So I already have my slip knot on here. So we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, and in that very first chain, we're going to do a double crochet. And here we go. Row 1 is done. That's probably the easiest row you're going to do. So row 2, we're going to do a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does count as a double crochet and a chain 1. All right. Then what we're going to do is I gotta read my own writing here. Alrighty, I'm going to yarn over, and we're going to skip this chain space, because remember we had that first initial chain 4, which consisted of a chain space and a double crochet. So we're going to skip that chain space. So it's really going to be in that 3rd stitch of your first chain 4. We're going to complete a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. So you're already starting to repeat on one side, or I should say get it larger on one side. Now we're going to turn. Okay, so now we're going to do row 3. So we're going to chain 1 and then 2 single crochet. This one's a single crochet. I did one that had a double crochet, but today this is single. And then we're going to single crochet in each stitch across. And so that means each chain stitch, which sometimes I put my thumb, or I should say my finger here, behind these stitches, because if you don't, on the chain stitches, it's hard to get it through sometimes, unless you leave your yarn really loose. But that way I just find that I can push my hook through it better. It kind of holds it steady until I do. So I'm just doing my single crochet all the way across here. And so I started with my first chain 1 and then my 2 single crochet. So that makes 3. Then there was 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to end up with 7, because I had to do that first initial chain 4. There was the chain 4, or the chain space, and then your 3rd stitch which would have been the top of the double crochet. So there should be 7 in here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to row 4, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 7. Okay, so row 4. Now we're going to chain 1, and in this row it doesn't count as anything. But then we're going to use the back loop of each stitch previous, and right in that first stitch back loop, we're going to do a single crochet. And we're going to do a single crochet all the way across. All the way across. And then I got one more to go. Come on, whoopsies. I went in the front loop, not the back loop. Okay, So there's a single crochet in each one, but this was the side we're going to increase on. So I have 2 more single crochet to complete in that very last stitch. Now I'm going to turn it. Start back with our double crochet again. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. Then we're going to go back into that first stitch and do another double crochet because that does an increase for us. Oops, the yarn just got too loose on me. And then chain 1. So we're going to do chain 1, skip 1, and then double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, and I gotta look at my threads here. Here we go, skip 1, double crochet. Sometimes it does get a little bit hard to see, but it all works out. Chain 1, skip 1, and push it through there, double crochet. All right, now we got the next row, and we're going to do 4 chains, 2, 3, 4, and I've got to get a little bit more. Okay, I have a little bit more yarn. Sorry about that. So anyway, so this again counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So we're going to yarn over it, and you're going to skip that first chain 1 space, and you're going to go ahead and do a double crochet right on top of that double crochet space. The beauty is all the way across. That's how it's going to work. So you really don't have to count. So you chain 1, skip 1, which is that spot. So if you just do a chain 1 and double crochet on the top of every single double crochet, it'll work out just perfectly. And so I have another one to go here, if I can ever get my hook through the loop. And then don't forget, we had that very first chain 4. So I have to chain 1. Then you have to skip this one here, and in that third chain of the loop, complete a double crochet. And you now have the first 6 rows of the pattern done. And here we go with, you're just going to continue and continue and continue it, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this color here, as you can see, this color here, this skein happens to be starting off with the darker colors. So this skein started off with lighter, but I bet you in the middle then will be this lighter color. So I hope that you've enjoyed learning how to work this pattern, and I hope that you make one for yourself or to give as a gift or whatnot. But I truly am enjoying making shawls with a shawl and a ball. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like this, and to stay up to date with other crochet patterns that I'll do. But have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.